After years and years in the making, the House just voted tonight to do away with the year-old health care overhaul.
So what does that mean for your coverage? News Channel 5's Dan Haggerty joins us right now. Dan, Democrats still run the Senate, so a repeal won't get far, but for many people, this overhaul was considered good.
Yeah, and one local man said without reform, the way it is now, he says he would die, while others, like in the House, just passed a repeal, and now they want to rework that bill. Dan Feldman has been spending a lot of time in rooms like this lately. He's waiting to be hooked up to this machine for chemotherapy and treatment for his terminal brain cancer.
What's appalling to me is that politics is playing a role in whether or not people live or die.
For Feldman, the debate in Washington comes with him into the hospital and follows him home.
It's actually not even a hypothetical for me, it's a real for me. It took me 3 months to try to even figure out what's available and what is covered.
Feldman's coverage is expensive, but he has coverage, despite having a pre-existing condition with his cancer. That's one of the traits in President Obama's reform package that House Republicans have been working hard to repeal and redo.
We believe that it's bad for the economy, and we are going to begin to deliver on posing an alternative and better way for the American people.
Common sense reforms that will bring down the cost of health insurance for the American people and expand access.
But for this husband and father, he says the president's plan works and fears the warnings from those in Washington who agree.
If you are in love with insurance companies and want them to succeed and you don't care about anything else, by all means, this is your team. These are your guys.
And while the battle continues in Washington, it's one fight, Feldman says, that's exhausted him.
I'd rather be spending the time fighting my cancer and spending it with my family.
And the House's decision to repeal that bill, that news came down just minutes ago, but it was expected. That vote is also expected to fail in the Senate, where Democrats still have the majority. Tomorrow, GOP leaders say they plan to start working on their own health care legislation. Reporting live tonight, I'm Dan Haggerty, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Dan. And we will have more on tonight's health care vote on Newsnet5.com and, of course, on ABC's World News Tonight coming up at 6:30.